Oh. 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 Always nice to sit in the thing. So, today's video, couple of little welding jobs. First thing is first, we've got this little handbrake mount to weld onto the floor, so we can also mount the handbrake. We also have these plates as well for the seatbelt mounting points. So we'll weld them on at some point today as well, or in this video anyway. But first things first, I've actually got my dashboard dials that I want to try and wire up, install, and just make sure that they're all right, you know. So we're going to start off with this.
12 seconds later.
I have officially decided I hate wiring. Okay, new day. Got fed up of looking at wires, so we're doing some welding now. So we already cleaned the areas up that we're going to be welding. We're doing the handbrake mount and the seatbelt mounting points as well. So yeah, I'll show you those in a minute. Quick one as well, if you're wondering why I've got this weird looking thing, looking like I shouldn't be within 100 feet of a school. I'm doing Movember. So yeah, first time I'm doing it at the ripe old age of 31. Can finally just about maybe grow enough facial hair for it. So yeah, men's health is something that I think goes under the radar a bit. So if I can make a difference by looking like a paedophile for a month, then so be it, you know. So I'll put a link down below if anyone did want to make a small donation just towards it. That'd be grand. I think I'm £85 out of my £100 target. So yeah, any donations would be fantastic just to get us over that. But anyway, less of that, more of this. Let's go. Handbrake mounting point, seatbelt mounting points. Yeah. So you could probably tell I'm wearing something completely different now because I cocked up. I set my phone to record. I was doing the welding for the handbrake mount and the seatbelt mounting points as well that I bought. And my phone ran out of space, so I was like, shit. So it missed out a fair bit, actually. But it is what it is. I've cleared a load of space off my phone now, so that shouldn't happen again, hopefully. But we are going to do a little bit more welding. I threw a bit of a tantrum and called it a day at that point because I was a bit mad at myself. But yeah, I've got the handbrake mount off my old floor. As you can see, it's still got the old floor attached to it. So we're going to clean this up. Cut the old floor off it. I was trying to be gentle with it, but there was a point where I just decided, you know, sod it, I'm going to replace the entire floor. So it won't come peacefully, so I'll just cut it out off the floor, which was a lot easier. But yeah, so we'll get that all cleaned up, get that welded on, and you'll be able to see that for sure. And yeah, we can mount the handbrake. Then we can look at, I'll need to buy some new handbrake cables, to be fair, but we can get cables attached and everything can start working. It's fantastic. Also, these are the wheels that I'm going to put on. 10-inch mini lights, 10-inch by 6. I bought them at a mini show years ago for like 80 quid for the 4, because as you can probably tell, that's grey and that's black, so it was a mismatched pair. But for 80 quid, I thought it's worth a stab in it. But they're good. Just need tyres and then I can stick them on. Now, I would never recommend holding the thing you're going to cut in one hand and then have a grinder in the other. But I ain't got a bench and I ain't got a vice, so hopefully we don't lose any digits. Safety first. There we are, that ain't too bad. That'll do. Give it a clean up with the old wheel and let's weld it in. It's fucking freezing, by the way, as you can see from my breath. We've had a cold snap and it's like 2 degrees, but it feels like -2 or 3 or something apparently, according to my phone. So my hands are like frozen solid. So I just hope I don't cut them off, because I probably won't feel it and I won't know. Oh, okay. That'll do. It's all right, isn't it? Throw it on the floor. So the mount's tacked in now. I did cock up a little bit. I didn't check my welder settings before tacking it in. So when I did the first tack, I've blown a little pinhole in the floor because it was set to like 2mm steel, whereas this is like 0.8. So I changed the settings, I've tacked it in. It's all good, everything lines up. I'll show you now. There we go, hole lines up, handbrake's happy. And there you go, you can just see the little pinhole, you see the floor. It's definitely not my neatest work, but as long as it's strong, I'm happy with that. But I need to go back and fully weld it anyway, so I'll fix a pinhole in the floor and shit like that. I'm no expert at this at all. I can weld a bit, but that's about as far as it goes. I'm just a bloke who's probably a bit too overly ambitious and has learnt the hard way over the last few years trying to do this, so we're getting there. We're getting there though, so I'll fix that all up. It'll be fine, and then we'll have a nice strong handbrake, and then we can get a cable, start making it work, which is awesome. Ta-da! Next thing I'm tackling then is fitting the fuel tank, ready to mount mount the fuel tank now, ready for words, Josh, words, Jesus Christ. So I'm not going to cut any of that out, I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to fit the fuel tank now. Well, attempt to fit the fuel tank, ready for when some more rubber line arrives, and then we can fit the fuel tank, fit the lines to, you know what I mean at this point. I need to fit the fuel tank, rubber lines, fit, fuel to carb to engine, start, bang bang bang, car runs, something like that. But in my infinite wisdom, what I wanted to do years and years ago, when this project was, you know, only going on for about 5 years instead of 10, I wanted to fit a floor mounted fuel tank, like a fuel cell. And in my head I was like, yeah, that's great, because by the time I come to do that, I'll have loads of money. Well, fast forward, I've bought an house, bought another car, you know, all those good things you got to do as an adult. Granted, my car isn't like, you know, a normal car, which would be cheaper. So, yeah. But anyway, I had this bar welded in. This lovely cross member that goes from point to point. And then I was going to have floor mounted fuel tank there. Now, floor mounted fuel tanks, for the proper ones, the kind of ones I want, are quite pricey. They're very, very good. They are no doubt worth the money, but I haven't got that kind of money at the minute. So I'm gonna cut the bar out, unfortunately, and then just have the standard fuel tank back in for a bit. You never know, one day I'll go full carbon flat floor, fuel cell, you know, electric fuel pump, all that good stuff. Yeah, I'll talk about plans and stuff later that I've got, like future ambitions. But yeah, for now, let's do this. I need to jack it up because it's got the shock absorbers in that I won't be using. They're just placeholders at the minute, than my old ones. So I want to take them out so I don't cut the threads off the top of them, because then they won't be usable, would they? So Yeah, gonna jack the back of the car up, put it on axle stands, drop the suspension, cut the bar out, and then we'll have a play with the fuel tank, make it fit. Shit, I'm doing it up. Oh, for God's sake. Well, that one wasn't on very much, was it? Okay, there we go. Oh, you just had a lovely view of my arse. Didn't want to cut this bar out, but I have tried fitting the fuel tank with it in, and there was just absolutely zero room for it, unfortunately. So I'm going to try to not cut my brand new wiring harness, and let's go. I got a bit of an issue. The disc that's on here is obviously quite well used because it's quite small. I don't have another one at the moment, and it can't go all the way through the bar. Oh, bollocks. This video's going really, really well. Fucking blowing holes in my floor, and now I can't do what I want to do. Never mind, I found them. It's not gone all the way through, unfortunately, but might be able to get it out still. Okay, so that one's done. That was a lot harder than I thought, actually. You can see the line where we painted the boot, but the bar was there. It came out in like a million pieces because the disc on the angle grinder wasn't long enough to cut all the way through to the back. I basically had to cut it out in like sections, and it took a lot longer than I thought, and my legs are killing because I've been crouching this entire time. But obviously that side will need to be done. But at least this bit's done, so I can at least try and fit the fuel tank and make sure it clears the remaining bit. If it has to go completely flat, then I will. But if it can get over that bit, then I'll be dead chuffed. It fits. That's fantastic. Can't remember where it bolts to though. There we go. First time in 10, 11, 12 years, God knows how long it's been at this point. The fuel tank is back in the car, even if it is just temporary. But look at that. I'm well happy. That's awesome. Right. My legs are killing me after crouching for so long trying to cut that thing out. So I think it's time for lunch, and I could